Hi everyone and welcome, I'm Uranium Spoon, and today we're going to be talking about an update scheduled for release tomorrow. And this is probably the most anticipated update ever for this game. Let's look at why. So jumping straight into it guys, we're going to cover the UI and other miscellaneous updates that happened. So first up, we have updated matchmaking screens, loading screens, and game board. So right here you're going to see the game board is different, the matchmaking screen is different. What's really cool about the matchmaking screen is before it would say 1 of 6, now it has the 6 people, and it'll let you know whenever you first join into matchmaking, you have the one person that's filled in, that's obviously you. Then the other ones, as people fill into the lobby, they'll start filling into those other empty characters, so it's pretty cool. And then also the loading screen, brand new loading screen. It looks super awesome. I love it. Then the next update was that corrections were made to the following languages: Spanish, Korean, and Turkish. Now there's also a link in the tournament page where you can go to Twitch, and Soccer Battle is now officially a game on Twitch. Super excited guys. Just a couple months ago that wasn't the case, but thanks to all of the people that are streaming this game, all the people in the tournaments, you guys are doing so much work and it's helping the game, so thank you. And speaking of tournaments, the tournament bug was fixed that caused people to get stuck in the waiting room for the captain screen. I know that happened quite a bit for me. I'm sure a lot of you had it as well. If that happens today, because tomorrow's gonna be fixed, just go ahead and try to back out and then join back, and it should take care of it. Then the next tournament bug was a bug that caused bots not to fill in for missing players. That one was pretty rare from my understanding, but that one's fixed too, so we shouldn't be able to see that one anymore. And then some other miscellaneous updates in UI from there. The next round of updates come with character balances, and first on the block is Joe, and he has 2 balances with his speed, which goes from 2.03 down to 1.99, and then his pass power goes from 1.0 down to 0.96, and on both of those Joe noted that they were very minor changes. Bolt is next, and she only got 1 increase and 1 change and nothing else, and that is that her movement speed went from 2.25 to 2.3. So a small but noticeable increase there. Next up we have Slapshot, and for the first time we have a battler that's larger than any other battler. So Slapshot went from 1.0 to 1.05, a really minuscule change in my opinion, and I would expect to see some bigger changes, some bigger battlers definitely in the future. We'll see what Joe does. And then we have Chlorine. So her slide speed was reduced from 6.0 to 5.17, so she's slower on the slide. But her slide total seconds was also taken down a little bit from 1.1 to 1.2. But she did get a buff in her slide before her delay before the slide is 0.5 is what it was at, and now it's at 0.45. So a little increase there, and it makes it nicer, a little bit quicker on that down slide to make the tackle. I really like the functionality of it. As you can see, the video, it works nice. It feels really smooth. And then her ball speed was reduced from 1.6 to 1.45, so a pretty decent nerf there. And then the recovery. So this one I think was really needed because her tackle damage is really high. She's got a really great slide if you know how to use her, but her recovery was so high that you would hit her with even Diablo and she was up almost immediately. So now she's getting nerfed from 2,100 down to 1,000. So she's going to be the equivalent of Joe now on her recovery, and that's really necessary, I think. So that was a really good balance change right there. The final part of the update is the reason why this is definitely the most anticipated update, and it's because we're finally getting a new battler, guys. That's right, starting tomorrow, you're going to be able to play with Roam. Now, Roam is really awesome because he's a balance of a lot of characters, in my opinion. Like his passing is in between Bolt and Joe. It's further than Bolt, not as quite as far as Joe, and the power is probably somewhere in there as well. So really good with passing and being able to shoot. He's got a good tackle in between. It's like Diablo's length, but more. Well, actually, it's really close to Diablo in a lot of aspects. The damage, the slide distance. So in the damage, Chlorine and Diablo are the closest to him. So he's on the higher range there. And then his speed, he's pretty fast. He's faster than Swish, not quite as fast as Joe, but he's going to give a little extra defensive push. And finally, his recovery is at 1,000, which means that he's going to be equal to Chlorine now, but he's going to be the same as Joe, where Joe has 1,000. So he's going to have essentially the knockdown power of Diablo, but the recovery of Joe and almost the speed of Joe. So he's going to be a really, really well-rounded player, in my opinion. I would expect to see him a lot in casuals, in tournaments, everywhere. This guy's going to be the new meta, in my opinion. That does it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And just so that you don't miss out on the next video that I'm going to drop, make sure to click the bell icon. I'm going to be dropping some really good content on Roam and some other battlers in the future to give you a better idea of which battler might suit you, or to give you some ideas of new things to do with the battlers. I'm Uranium Spoon, guys, and until next time, I'll see you on the field.